Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. To everybody in the room and those who are watching online, after that introduction and clearly after the Honorable Edmund Bartlett have spoken in true cricket terms, I don't know how I'm going to maintain my position in the batting order. But for those of you who understand cricket, if I'm at number 3, I am the middle order. And only this week we celebrated 400 runs made by the indomitable Brian Lara. That was the anniversary 20 years ago. So if you remember those days of cricket, please give a big round of applause. I'm delighted to be here, and I hope that I can help you digest your meal in a sumptuous way and at least leave from here with something that I want to impart. First of all, I'd like to congratulate Erwin and the Team Jamaica Bickle team for 30 exciting years of track and field and service to sport. And just to give you some context, they say when you get to the age of 30, it is a significant time in your life. You go from what is called youth to adulthood, and you begin to make important decisions. So Erwin, you have an important decision to make after this. It also says that you're at the peak of the mountain, and that is when you take the breath before you move on to the next section of the peak. Now, if you've been to Blue Mountain, or for those of you who are brave enough to have gone to Mount Everest, you need to reach that point, and you take that breath and you wonder, should I go back down the hill? Should I wait on the cable car to take me down? Or do I go to the other peak? So that's where you are in 30. You notice the song I walked up to, The Sign by Ace of Base. That was the #1 song in 1994. And we have gone through several artists and moments in life, and I wanted to talk a bit about sports partnerships. Now, the Minister of Tourism gave me quite a good introduction, so I think he saw my notes and would have helped me considerably to deliver this to you. We have been, since Team Jamaica Bickle started in 1994, we have witnessed 7 Olympic Games. We've witnessed 15 World Track and Field Championships. And for those of you who follow the NBA here, you'd have seen many champions, the Houston Rockets. New York hasn't been so lucky, forgive me. Neither have Philadelphia 76ers. You'd have seen many Super Bowls. Brazil would have won the World Cup of Football 4 times within that period. France, Italy, Spain, Germany, and Argentina would have won. But what you're about to witness in another 48 days, June 1 to 29, is the biggest partnership in sport ever, where 20 teams, including the West Indies, will play for the ICC World T20 of cricket. And guess where we'll be hosting some of the matches? And I know the Consul General, the Honorable Alcion Roach, will be participating. She has already begun her discussions. So, New York will be hosting tickets. I expect you to clap because I know you're going to be calling CG. When you think of the transition of 30 years, and you know, we talk a little bit about Olympics, Jamaica, since 1948, has 88 Olympic medals, 87 of which are in track and field. The only other non-track and field sport that has a medal at the Olympics, anybody knows? Cycling, David Weller, who still lives in Atlanta, by the way. And so, Philippines have gone to every Olympic Games since then, and they don't have a medal yet. So Jamaica has 88 medals at the Olympics, and we're about to go to our 20th Summer Olympic Games. Now, the kind of partnerships that companies like, or teams like Team Jamaica Bickle would have started, would have kind of given rise to something like that. In 1948, we entered for the first time and we won gold medal. Which other country in the world does that? You know, Minister spoke about the greatest place on earth. It is. It actually is. And so for us, we watched Team Jamaica Bickle grow. If I should, take a little departure from the text. In numerology, right, they said 3 means self-expression, it talks about expansion, and the 0 means eternity, infinity, and oneness. And when you combine that, Team Jamaica Bickle at 30 is now at a spiritual awakening. And so, when you look at the journey, think about it, just go back in your memory, and you can Google it if you want to. Think about the songs. Candle in the Wind, Elton John. Right? I remember when you went to Penn Relays and you were hearing those songs. Look how far we have come. 2024, we're going to turn up the thing with some reggae in Philadelphia. Think about that seriously. When we were going to Penn Relays back in the days, guys, we were hearing the basics. These wonderful songs. I mean, Usher, Alicia Keys. And we love them, because they all come to Jamaica. But just imagine, April 25 to 27. DJ, Jamaican music, and our special guest. I can't wait. I can't wait. Erin, I'm not making any commitments, but I can't wait. You don't have to watch it on TV. When Brazil beat Italy to win 3-2 in that Rose Bowl in California, we thought, is America really going to embrace and engage track and field the way we really want them to? And they call it soccer, of course, we know it as football. And then over the years, when people would come to Philadelphia, they would say, boy, I want the Jamaican patty, and I go down to the tent, and I want the Jamaican food, and Erwin kept just adding stuff. It wasn't just patties out of the van no more. We started getting the good old rice and peas. We started getting the jerked chicken. And if you go early enough, you get some fried dumpling. And you get some ackee and saltfish. And you say, no man, this can't happen. And then in the 2000s now, I was happy, by the way, to have worked with you saying, when we packed that stadium, and when you walked into that stadium with him, you couldn't hear yourself breathe. And so, when you went around to the tent, we couldn't find hands to deliver on the Jamaican palate. So when we think about partnerships, Team Jamaica Bickle has actually exemplified how a partnership has grown in over 30 years. And again, to actually know that we are going to be hearing or having a reggae show in that stadium, April 25 to 27, that shows the significant strides that has happened. And it takes time to do these things. And so, Erwin, boy, I don't know how you're going to manage for the next 30 years, but may I tell you, this first 30 was good, right? And we talk about partnerships, we talk about our athletes. A lot of you coming back in June to the Diaspora Conference, and you're giving, and we want that. The athletes are some of our best ambassadors. So are our coaches. So are the parents. And in Jamaica, we say it takes a community to grow a child. We're going back to that. You notice every 30 years it takes, the cycle moves around. February 14th, something special happened in Kingston. We opened our cinemas to One Love. Almost 60 days since, One Love is still running non-stop in cinemas all over the world. What does that say about Jamaica? Look about the tower, right? But what I want to tell you guys is the partnership thing. Let me tell you. When we have track and field in Jamaica, it benefits from the man or the woman who picks you up at the airport, To the hairdresser that you're going to braid your hair to put in those fancy braids. And I know all the ladies now doing stuff and coloring the hair. To when you come to the stadium and you get your t-shirt or you support your school color. And I'm not gonna even start with the school bragging thing right now. To when you go to the hotels or the Airbnbs or you go to your family's house and you get the breakfast. And the hotel people, you know, my tourist people say gastronomy. Jamaica is preparing itself to be the best location and destination for gastronomy. We're building that, right? And so this kind of partnership that Team Jamaica Bickle has explored and consistently done for 3 decades have combined industries with people and people with industries and brands. And so I know April 25 to 27, I'm gonna be feeling like I am in the halftime show at the Super Bowl. Because when the artists they hit the stage, you know, we know how it's gonna feel. And so, Minister, I never know you're gonna be here, sir. And I brought something special for Erwin, but I'm happy you're here. You're gonna see it for the very first time. So, Patrice, June 27 to 30, something that took probably 15 years to develop and to come to fruition is about to happen. And I don't know if it's by design, because I kind of told Erwin. He invited Minister Bartlett here. It falls under his ministry. And for the first time, formally, we're going to have a special project. Please watch the screen.
Jamaicans do everything different. But what we do best is make you feel something. A spirited 5K or race day at Caymanas Park can lift your mood to heights you've never experienced. A beautiful hiking escapade can ease the mind from all the strains of this intense world we live in. Jamaica isn't the home of some of the greatest athletes in the world by accident. It's because our athletes understand the delicate nuance of the difference between desire and perception. Don't just take it from our perspective. Visit Jamaica.
Visit Jamaica is the best thing since sliced bread, but guess what is gonna happen? June 27 to 30, you can book your tickets to come to Jamaica for the inaugural sport tour. So when you come Thursday night, we put you in a hotel and we give you a kit. In that kit, you get a Jamaica shirt, because you have to tell us your size. You get a water bottle, and you get some nice little things, right? Friday morning you get up, we take you on a hike. And then Friday evening we take you to a party. Saturday morning you run a 5K. Saturday afternoon we take you to racing at Caymanas Park. Sunday morning we take you on a tour of the museum and the sports park. And on Sunday, June 30, you will be special guests at the National Junior and Senior Track and Field Championships at the National Stadium. We will tell you about the hotels and the rates. So write down the dates, June 27 to 30. And you're not for running, or you can walk the 5K, you can, you know. But you have to walk with us. So Minister, I am proud to be here today as one of your stalwarts of sport tourism. So this ad is what we will use. It will hit the market very soon, like in another couple of hours. And we're saying, visit Jamaica for sport. So we not just do things out, we're telling you to come and do it in. And so for me, to even be here standing with you to do this, it's a demonstration of patience. It's a demonstration of resilience. And Erwin, thank you so much for inviting us. This is a really exciting affair, and we're looking forward to April 25 to 27 at the Franklin Field Stadium in Philadelphia, where Jamaica would have been coming to Penrelays for 60 years. So that in itself is a milestone. I know you have heard the story, but I have to put a plug for my purple friends. Casey went for the first time in 1964. Yeah. And they will come back in 2024. But it's Olympic year. And after the Tom Jones Invitational yesterday, the J Series is now deliberating on the best Olympic development team. So keep your fingers crossed. You may see some people who will help you decide whether you want to go to Paris or not. So, and USA, Jamaica, the rivalry continues. Erwin, we saw the sign in 1994, and I'm using music. And now Beyonce has the hottest song on air in 2024. She says, hold them Texas, but me I say, hold them Jamaica. One love every time.